All right, good afternoon, everyone. Uh, Master Dungeons here today. Again, we are playing. Today's episode on Fridays is around the campfire. Today we are again playing Lord of the Rings Online, which is a MMO. For our Around the Campfire series, we're playing MMO games that the community, our viewers, or people in our Discord channel, or all of our different social media followers can jump in to play if they want. Uh, it is a free-to-play MMO. Of course, if you do want to open up more content for it, you can pay funds to do so. There's also in-game currency that you can use called Litro Points that you can get. That you get in-game that you can go to the Litro store and purchase expansions, quests, things like that. Last week we started a new character called Gorgoral. He is a Stout Axe Brawler, one of the new classes that came out last year, one of the new races that came out last year as well. But it was kind of boring, I thought, considering that the majority of the part we were watching, a lot of times with a lower level character, they're just riding around on a horse, riding from place to place. So what we're going to try this week is we're going to go ahead and play one of my higher level characters. He used to be max level cap, but it's been a while since I played the game, so the max level cap has gone up to 140th level. And the new expansion, the newest expansion, Beyond the Shadows, which kind of is like a prequel, takes you back in time, kind of, with Boromir as he's traveling to Rivendell. That's coming out sometime this month on the Lord of the Rings store, on the Lotro store, and we're gonna pick that up with our Lotro points, so we don't have to actually purchase the game ourselves. We are a VIP account, which is a lifetime account actually. So every month I get free Lord of the Rings points, Lord of the Rings Online points, and stuff like that to purchase things with. So let's go ahead and jump into the game. We're going to play Tyrannus. He is a hunter, very similar to what a wizard might be in other MMOs. They can teleport. They have ranged DPS, things of that nature. So let's go ahead and jump into the game with Tyrannus. Ah, Gathodo. Welcome in, Dantishin. Oh, my familiar has awakened down below. She's going to have to wait. Ah, the loading screen. Next week I will make sure that we load into the game ahead of time. Uh, we are VIP though, so we do get priority in the queue for jumping into the game. All right, we are in the Elder Slade. Um, right now, what we're working on with Tyrannus is every area of Middle Earth and Lord of the Rings Online has reputation. And reputation you can find on your character sheet, your character panel. Of course, we didn't really go over that too much last week, but a lot of this is your arms and equipment. This stuff is fairly out of date, but for his level, it's still pretty powerful. A lot of this was in-game stuff when the level cap was 110th level. It might have been 115th level. We're just below that level right now. But you have all your different weapons. You have things that are called first age weapons, things along those lines. You have your stats over here, but we're working on what's called reputation. And for every area of Middle Earth in Lord of the Rings Online, you have to have certain reputation in order to get discounts, have certain items, mounts, things like that open up for you. Kindred is the max title for most of them, so as you can see in the past in the game, I've always done fairly well. I'm still working. He's a tailor, so he's still got a couple levels to go in tailoring since they've added a bunch of new stuff to the game. Uh, so currently, right now, we're working on the dwarves of the different factions of the dwarves, trying to get our kindred status up there so that we can get our uh, teleportation skills and such like that. So we have quests here from Scoutmaster. Oops. Let's be respectful of the dwarves. Frosty Reception. We're just going to accept all these. Basically, what these are they're repeatable quests that you can do either every day or every week. And when you complete the mission, you'll get a little bit of silver. You'll get a little copper reward. You'll get increased reputation. You get some item experience, some different marks and moats and things like that. But the reputation is a big part that we're looking for now. And we're going to go through and accept all of them, and then we'll go through and choose each one of them that we're going to work on. And then it looks like Horn has some missions as well. Oops, there we go. Halls of the Dead. Are you at work, Dantishin? Alright, so basically now that we have these quests, each one of these mission, Horan and Scoutmaster Osma will take us to those missions. When we select that mission, we will travel to there. So we're going to do Goblins at Stram Var first. We'll finish all of our quests for Horan, and then we'll come back and do the ones for Scoutmaster. So we are ready to travel. So unlike the lower levels, we just hit travel now, and it will take us directly to the instance where we're going to be the only character in here. On screen number 3, huh? Working from home today? Well, our inventory's full as well, but we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do with all of this. I should probably go ahead and open up our Hobbit presence. Alright, we don't need to sell anything right now. But we are goblins here, so we're going to be looking. Got to let some of them spawn in. Ah, gotcha. Alright, the goblins have spawned in up ahead of us. Have to sneak up on the goblins. Alright. The goblins have all had too much to drink, so what we're going to be doing in this quest is we got to assist the goblins with their drinking. We got to distract them with a point. We got to distract them with a wave by. So what we'll do is we'll come up there. It looks like they're all too drunk, so I'm going to come up there to them, get a horde pint. Yes, spoiler alert, in Lord of the Rings Online there is a lot of drinking to be had, so keep that in mind. If your kids are underage and playing the game, there is a lot of drinking contests and things of that nature. I mean, they're hobbits, you know, you go to the Green Dragon and Hobbiton, you might have a couple pints, because they now make them in pints, of course. Alright, so now we distract goblins with points, so basically look at the goblins we got a point to. It's the next section of goblins, I believe. Is that up here? Nope, that's down there. Nope. Alright, must be some more goblins around for us to mess with. Around here somewhere, maybe. Because unfortunately our We could slash point, but I don't think that's going to do anything for us. Nope. There must be other goblins around. I don't see any other exit. Unless there's more goblins over here somewhere. This is an enclosed area. Oh, there we go. Up over here. Huh. That's the entrance we came in. Unless there were more that we missed when they spawned in. Perhaps up over here. Oh, sometimes if you miss something, you'll open the quest. Distract comes to the point, distract comes to wave. Must be all the same ones, so maybe we're just missing something over there to finish up. No, that's not it. There we go. Alright. Normally when you have these quests, sometimes it'll actually give you the emote in the side there. Maybe that's not the one to point to. There we go. And we gotta wave bye to two of them. And then probably say goodbye to the other one. And we probably have to fight the big guy. And defeat the leader. Alright. So we're going to come back over here and prep to beat the leader. Oops. And just like some games you don't need to fight to get out of them. And we have bested the goblin leader. Must be dance 4. Hmm. Hmm. Not sure what this one is. Ah, so there's dance, dance 1, dance 2, and dance 3. Okay. Fair enough. So a simple mission that we did not even have to raise our bow or sword. A good social encounter, as it were. Huh? Well, I guess we leveled up to level 115. Uh-oh. Introduction to Northern Mirkwood. We've been summoned by Galadriel, Lady of Lorien, to discuss matters concerning the kingdoms of the North. You should meet Galadriel either at the court of Celeborn or in Caras Galadon. Ooh, interesting. Token of the Lakes and Rivers. Well, we're going to have to put that one on hold. We're going to remember, leave the Strongholds of the North. We're going to leave that open, but we're going to take that off our quest because we're going to go ahead and finish all of these quests before we stop and go off to something else, because that looks like it's going to be something really cool that we can do here in a little bit. This next one's the Halls of the Dead. Hold on a second. Yeah, so these quests here are repeatable every day. So like in 13 hours, when the quest reset, that'll be available again. So we're going to the Halls of Dead next. Defeat the Dwarf Wights at Steel Keep. Alright. Oh, we got a new skirmish available. Let's do Instance Finder. And we have a remote quest. Alright. So we've got Dwarven Wights. We've got to defeat 10 of them. Slow down there, Spirit. Alright, so it looks like we have two mobs for every, oh, no! Let's Heartseeker this guy. Gotta be careful how many we pull. Uh-oh. Luckily we have all of that higher end gear from when the cap was lower. Alright, we've got 5 guards down so far, the Wights down so far. Have to remember that they have these felled spirits as well. Dice. 3 more. Looks like our stream went down for a minute. There we go. Stream is back up. There's a few of them up there. Don't want to fight too many of them at once. See if we can just pull that one. There we go. Alright. We've dropped 4 of the Dwarven Whites. We'll head back to the entrance, and the Dwarven Scout's there to take us back. Yeah, stream went down there for a little bit. Sorry about that, everyone. Must be a little bit of lag and internet issue. Alright, Twisted Gate. The orcs and wargs have returned to Shathar Munzu, attempting to set up a new base of south of Warfront. Mission is to defeat Raskul, the orc captain defending Shathar Munzu. Alright, so we gotta find the orc captain and defeat the orc captain. And the Vales of Anduin. The Duskin Vale. By the way, I think, let me double check here. Our character is... full name is, I don't think we have the titles on. Oh, we don't have them on for ourselves. We are Tyrannus Warblade, Man-at-Arms Tyrannus Warblade the Red. We're wearing a dragon's title as we slayed Drakiok. And we have bad guys. There we go. Good the Bad Warrior. Let's go ahead and do an AoE. Try to lock a couple of them down. Get one of them before he gets to us. There we go. Nice. Perfect. Got a couple more archers. Let's see if we can take this, drop this one with the Heartseeker. Yep. Quick shot. Drop him as well. There's another archer up there. Blood arrow. Got another archer right up ahead of us. Fill up our focus. Your focus is kind of like your mana in other games, or your spell points, your spell power, things along those lines. For different MMOs, in Lord of the Rings, it's called your focus. For at least for the hunters, that's what the hunters use as their focus. I believe each class has, they call it something slightly different, but it's just basically mana from other games. I'm sorry, focus, your mana is basically, I'm sorry, my apologies, your power is your mana. your morale is your hit points, basically. But focus is something that the hunters specifically use to empower some of their shots. Down here is your little XP bar at the bottom. See, this is we're level 115 out of, and we have it shows our XP. The gold is how much XP we've earned this level. The blue is the XP bonus that we've got. As if you're gone for a little while, you log back in, you'll have a little bit higher XP bonus to your XP. So that way you can try to keep up with your kinship or your fellowship or your friends. Oh, shoot. Didn't see those guys. Should have checked my radar. Ouch. Let's be a little bit more stealthy about that then. Supposed to be one right up there. Must be on the other side over here. Coming up this way. Oh yeah, there's more than a few up here. Okay. There we go. Too bad this mission is at night. Move these two around. There we go. I want to try to leave those two alone for now, because that archer's probably going to go after us if we attack the warrior. Whew. Got a full house up here. Oh. Try to take him out with the Heart Seeker. Yep. Alright. I'm guessing that the bad guy is back, yep, back there in the back. That's the main bad guy we gotta take out. Dazing Blow. Blood Arrow. Double shot. Haha! Drop a trap right on him in the middle of combat. It doesn't look like the captain has anything else around him, so he is, as I mentioned last week, you'll notice he has orange around his name and his his morale and such. And that means he's a legendary creature, like a specific NPC, and they're a little bit more tough to take down. As you notice, the other ones had about 30 to 40,000 morale. This one has 212,000. So we're going to, first thing we're going to do is we're going to wait until our trap's ready to go. We're going to drop a trap right in front of us, so that way when he runs towards us, he's going to get stopped there. Then next off, we've got our stuff all the way up here. We're going to go ahead and drop a Bard's Arrow, which is, actually no, we're just going to go ahead and Heart Seek him to start. Actually no, let's do this. Quick Shot, that'll slow him down when he's trying to get to us. And he's not in line of sight. Oh, we got to open the door? Is that what we got to do? Some door nearby? Some lock? Huh. Maybe we missed something. Oh, we gotta collect explosive. See, my apologies. See, that's why we gotta pay attention. We took out those guys. Now we gotta collect explosive barrels to destroy the barricade protecting him. Okay. So now we gotta go find some explosive barrels. Might as well take out these other bad guys that are still here. Do you have any barrels back over here? There's one. There's more back over that area. Now, the cool thing about Lord of the Rings Online, if you want to play it first person, you can totally play it first person. Or you can play it third person if you want. Here's another one. Oh, that must have been the one we just picked up. So it must be most likely on the other side. There it is. Alright, we got two of them. Let's go blow up the barricade and take on this bad guy. Let's go ahead and drop our trap down here first. Place one explosive barrel. Place the other explosive barrel. We'll target the captain. We'll get back. All right. Bang. Done. Let's double check to see if there's any... I don't think on these missions they have one. On some of the other missions they actually have a loot chest at the end of these. This quest giver does not. Uh-oh. This happened the last time we played. Our game capture is gone. Give me a second to load the game back up. The game quit on us last time, too. Alright, the game should be capturing back up here for you here in a moment in the stream. Got to clean up our old connection real quick. Fortunately, this week we were prepared for that and didn't have to throw up our technical difficulties screen. It is made by Standing Stone Games. It used to be Turbine, but now Standing Stone Games has taken that over from them. Put out a lot of great content since they took over as well. As I mentioned earlier, any of our community members that happen to be watching live or watch this on VOD or on YouTube, I do have many characters of a lot of different levels. I do have one of every race and class that's out there. Not every race and every class, but like I have a Halbert Burglar, got a human champion, human lore master, human warden, a Beorning, which is a class and race all of itself. Dwarven Minstrel, Stout Axe Dwarf, a Brawler, a Human Guardian, Human Captain, an Elf Rune Keeper, and of course my Human Hunter. And we'll enter it back into Middle Earth with. Well, luckily I've watched many different Twitch streams, and I know that a game going down in the middle of stream is not as uncommon as I thought it would be. But we did finish that mission while we were traveling back, so we can go ahead and finish the Gate Captain. Finish that one. We finished 3 quests for him, so he's giving us more marks and more motes of enchantment. With motes of marks, the motes of enchantment and such, you can go to these different, bring up the names, there we go. You can go to these different quartermasters and get, like for example, this quartermaster here, the Traveler's Quartermaster, deals with things that you can get from the motes of enchantment. So you can buy a few things here, like auras and different flames. You can also purchase things you can barter the motes of enchantments for. So like we can get heavy traveler's armor, we can get jewelry, heavy, and like most of these are for like heavy and might. Those are for like guardians, like basically your tanks, stuff like that. Will is for your characters that are more like your rune keepers, or your which are kind of like your blasters, your minstrels, which are basically your clerics in other MMOs. Agility and your medium are for like your burglars, your hunters, things of that nature. And the minimum level for these is 151. The maximum is 130. I'm sorry, minimum level is 51. Maximum is 130. But we're really not going to worry about spending anything for these right now, because of the fact that the majority of the stuff that we have currently, like for this has a maximum level of 50. So lower level characters could pick these up. But we're going to go ahead and wait, because the gear we have right now is actually pretty nice. Compared to, especially for the level that we're at right now, because it was pretty close to in-game gear for those of you that played other MMOs. For what we had, as my hunter was our actually our kinship leader for a while, but he was also the main hunter for our kinship, which is a guild in other MMOs for a fairly long while. He actually did a certain build back when the level cap, I think, Dantashin, you were playing with this at the time, where he built, I had built a morale boost for him, a morale build, and he had a lot more, he had like twice the morale as most of our tanks. So when we would go on raids, I would off-tank all of the ads while still doing massive DPS as a hunter. The missing treasure. Twist gated. You must find a way to reach the barrier, very similar to the last one, so we need to pay attention there. The last one did say twist gated as well, so we will have to find a way to breach the barrier to reach our mission objective. Hidden in the depths of the old watchtower in Shakal Atrad. Recover the stolen treasure hidden within Shakal Atrad. Alright, we'll travel now. So one thing I always caution for people playing, give it a few moments. There we go. As you see, the mobs will load in to the game. Sometimes it takes a little bit, especially when you go to these instances where it does have to populate not only the mobs for not this specific instance, because like this is for just me playing Tyrannus, but if we were playing with a fellowship, or we were doing a skirmish or something along those lines, most of them scale. So when you get into the instance, it'll take a few moments for the game to make sure that when they populate it with monsters, that the mobs are all of proper level for the player, for the characters that are playing the instance. But we do have 2 of those, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to root. We're going to use this thing called Distracting Shot, which is basically going to daze one of them so we can take out the other. So we're going to target the sentinel, we're going to fire, we're going to switch our target over to the other one, and try to take him out before the other guy wakes up, and then we'll heart seek the other guy. Ah, nice. Down. All right, open the gate for us. Man, I haven't played this in a little bit, but it's starting to kind of come back to me. Another situation. So they've got a gate there, so they're not going to run too far. We got to defeat them both for that, so we're going to go ahead and shoot the Sentinel first with a Bard's Arrow, which basically it's a fear. They want to attack the warrior. Oops, targeted the wrong warrior. Let's stun him with a dazing blow. Oops. Alright, he's feared. And we'll drop him as well. And another Sentinel. So we've got our Bard's Arrow back up. Let's go ahead and pop that again on him. Pop a double strike on this guy and a Blood Arrow. And drop him instantly. And oh, the fear did not work on him. Okay. Oh, it did. He was just running in our direction by accident. And now we stunned him and drop him as well. Now you'll notice too on some of the actions down here, you have a lot of different things on here that aren't necessarily for attacks. Like I have some of my tracking wood, where I can track wood because I'm also a woodsman and a woodworker. Track mines for mining ore. And there are some different things that you can do. Like this is a desperate flight. Like if I get into trouble and I want to escape, I can escape from the battle real quick and I'll come back to the nearest rally point, as it were. Like we mentioned last week, there's no quote-unquote death in Middle Earth. Obviously in the canons, well, when the game was made, it was described as the only person that's returned from death is Mithrandir, or Gandalf. So basically when your character loses their morale, they retreat to a rally point. And we got 3 of them down here. Let's just go crazy. Let's be crazy. Alright. Whew. We got poison on us. Well, luckily we can purge poison as a hunter. And we're good to go. We got 2 sentinels. So that was the gated part of the adventure, or the quest, was that we had to defeat all of the monsters in front of the gate in order for the gates to open. Let's go ahead and daze that sentinel. Take out the warrior. Then take on the sentinel. And Heart Seeker should be up just in time. Bam! Nice. Get our treasure. Mission complete. Dwarven Scout will take us back home. And then finally we have the last one for Horan is the Stows of Caer Brian. And correct me, Dantashin, if I pronounce any of these things wrong. Not only is Dantashin a member of our Chimerical Collective, as is Otter, of course, but he is also our collective's Tolkien historian. He is a wealth of knowledge when it comes to all things J.R.R. Tolkien and Middle-earth. All right. See, we got a couple of Ds while we were fighting there. We did get an extra deed here, which is complete missions in the Elder Slade. and the War of the Three Peaks, which is the expansion area that we're playing in right now is the War of the Three Peaks, which will get us extra virtue experience. Virtues are basically kind of like perks in other games that you add to your character that you equip that will give your character certain abilities. And then of course we've got missions that we're trying to do, complete these different missions as we're playing through. We did get a new, the deed we just completed was the tier 3, and we were just given the tier 4. And your deeds, I believe, are your, no, L is your, which one are your deeds? I'm trying to remember which one brings up your deeds. Nope, that's your social. J brings up your trait panel. Oh, yeah, these are for your classes. Like you can go play a different type of hunter. I can play a huntsman, which is kind of good and a little bit like a master of all trades. I'm sorry, jack of all trades, master of none. I'm playing the bowmaster, which is the DPS, heavy hitting DPS. Then you have the trapper and tracker type of hunter you can play. And I just like to play the bowmaster. I do have set up the huntsman set up as my second trait. You could have a third trait if you wanted to. You have to spend, again, as I mentioned last week, there's that extra meta currency in Lord of the Rings called mithril coins, in Lord of the Rings Online, I should say, that you do have to pick up. There's very few things that you can do in-game to get those, but those are something that you have to pick up by purchasing through the Lotro store. You can purchase them with your Lotro points, but you can also spend money to pick up mithril coins as well. Trying to remember what brings up our deeds. Shift K to bring up deeds? Nope, that's skills. Social is O. L is quest. Shift L. Shift L is the deeds. There we go. Wow, it's all starting to come back to me. Baruch Kazad! But your deed log has different areas, like for Rovanon, where we're at now, there's a bunch of different areas. There's Lothlorien, Moria, all these different deeds. I don't have any deeds in Lothlorien because I've completed them all. There's no deeds. There's a few deeds showing in Moria, which I could probably go back and do those fairly easily. But what the deeds do is the deeds actually give you progression in, well, now they give you virtue experience. So you can actually level. They used to give you specific experience and specific virtues, which they've kind of changed now. Let me bring those up. Skills, or where can we go with virtue? Is it V? Nope, V is legendary items. Ends the map. And B for the wallet. Character. What if virtue? Yeah, virtues is here on the class trait. Okay. So traits, you have special traits for your specific race as well. So these are all like human traits that we have. I have equipped Man of the Fourth Age, Balance of Man. Uppercut, which allows me to do a quick uppercut if I want to try to get another stunning type of daze or quick daze, and then duty bound, which is basically kind of like a boost of morale for your fellowship. There's also some other ones that I don't have equipped, like I did not have equipped tactics and might bonus because I don't have any tactics skills, which are like lore master or rune keeper, and I don't have any might skills, which are more the tanks. I do not have the man's sword damage bonus because I really don't use the sword a lot, but there are other few things. And then here's your other virtues, which is your charity, compassion, confidence, determination, discipline, all of these different ones. Wit is one that they've just recently added in the past few expansions. I'm not really sure when they added it, but it is now in the game. That's currently, these are the ones that I'm currently leveling, I believe, are the ones that I have equipped. And then, of course, I am uh, leveling these up as well. I think it used to be 50 was the maximum, and I had everything maxed out at 50. But now I guess it looks as if the maximum level now is 60 on these, which is pretty nice. So I'm not wasting any virtue points. But I do have it set up as my blaster, so I have as the name for my first set of traits. You can also set up a different set of traits for your character as well. So that's where the virtue XP comes from. Frostbound Hobgoblins. And here we are to defeat another leader over here, Ruknul. Powerful Hobgoblin. So if we look down here on our radar, as I mentioned last week, if you were watching last week when we were playing the Stone Axe Brawler, we had a really large radar up here. You can obviously go through your interface, your user interface, and you can actually adjust where all of these different things go. Actually, my radar, my apologies, I'm looking on the screen now, my radar is behind the camera. So maybe next week we'll see something maybe about moving the camera to a different location, maybe up here in the top area here. But looking at your radar, you'll see where all of the mobs are on the screen. And let's, this Hobgoblin looks to be alone. Let's try him. Yep. Be careful about moving in closer. We've got a Drake by that Hobgoblin. The Hobgoblin is sleeping there, so we might be able to take... Oh, there's a Wandering Drake, so we want to be careful there on him. He might pull the other one. There's a couple over there. Looks like that guy's alone. See if he can't take him out. Don't want to pull extra things we don't have to. The other one is kind of flying back behind, but we might get both of them. It's okay. Oh, he is not in our line of sight. So let's get these whelplings over here. That's in this cold area. Let's get out of that. Two more whelplings over there. Let's go ahead and drop our area effect over there. Probably that's a little overkill, but hey, at least they're down. And we might be able to just go ahead and... I think we've cleared out enough to where we can reach the bad guy all by himself without having to take anything else out to get to him. So let's go ahead and head over here. We'll get our focus back up. We'll drop a trap. And we'll just pull him. And our swift arrow does slow him down to where he's gone. Alright, and that concludes the quests for Horin. Oops, someone's got a bog, a little Greyhawks. Nice name, a bog guardian for Greyhawks. That's like a pet for the lore master. Which is kind of like a, similar to maybe a wizard. Alright, so we've finished all of his quests, and he will not... My goodness, I hate it when people have these massive creatures around. So we've finished all of his quests. So now we'll come around here to Scoutmaster, and we'll start getting to work on his quests. But it is close to the top of the hour. We're going to go ahead and go to a small intermission here, so that I can take care of my familiar, who's continually meowing behind me. It's about time for her to get some food. So we're going to go on a short intermission, about 5 minutes or so, maybe less. I'll take care of her, and then we'll come back and jump right back into some more Lord of the Rings Online. I will be back shortly. Thanks, everyone. Stick around. Alright. She is fed, and hopefully she will be quiet for a little while as she's still eating right now. Welcome back. Thanks everyone for your patience. She's been taken care of. And now it's on to Scoutmaster Ausma. So some of these different places we were just at with the instances for Horn, we're going to be going back to those same areas, but with a different quest, I believe, if I recall correctly. So Frosty Reception is the first one. Several scouts keep watching the Hobgoblin's den. Twist Crushing. Some monsters in this mission will attempt a crushing attack, wounding and stunning anyone hit. Alright, travel now. Maybe we haven't been in this area yet. Oh, got a couple wanderers. Oh, might get me too close. I did hit something. Free the first captured scout, second, third, and fourth. Okay. I hit something that's causing me to automatically target, and I can't remember what the automatic target is. Give me a second here. I'm going to check something out. Alright. Perfect. So it's X. Alright, we gotta remember that. So if we hit X button, it'll automatically, the camera will track the target you have selected. Probably be really cool if you got used to it, but especially if you're new also, it might be helpful. But we're still trying to get back into the game, so shouldn't be too hard. So we got a captured scout out there. Got a frost collar. This guy I think is a caster. Got a crusher up there. The crushers are a little bit more powerful. Let's drop a trap here just in case. Alright. Doesn't look like there's any more monsters up here. We get the first captured scout. Alright. Oh, he's the second. Alright. He's the first. Very odd. But cool. Oh. How many of them are there? Oh. Check out this wanderer first. Alright, we can use our tab key to target nearby creatures. There's a hobgoblin there, there's a frost collar. So there's just those two. So we're going to focus on the hobgoblin in front. He's got the most hit points. We're going to go ahead and drop an AoE, which is our rain of arrows. And we're going to blast the front hobgoblin, and then we're going to take out the frost caller right behind him. Bam. Nice. This is one of the reasons why people say in Lord of the Rings Online that some of the best DPS are, of course, the hunters. Although wardens are pretty close from what I hear. They used to be fairly close as it was back in the day, but you know, hey, I don't know. They've changed a lot of things. I mean, compared to when they first came out, the graphics are just amazing compared to, well, 15 years ago. It's 15 years this, I believe, May, when they first released to the public, when Lord of the Rings Online first came out. It looks like we have our final scout there. Let's go ahead and drop a trap down just in case this crusher gets through all of our barrage of arrows. Which they will not. And here's our third scout. And then we run back up here to the entrance, and our dwarf scout should be here to escort us back home. I mean, the level of detail in some of the maps for Lord of the Rings Online are just insanely awesome. I'd really like to see what Moria looks like with a little bit of these updated graphics and such. There's actually a fun quest. It's a lower level quest, but if you can pull it off, it's pretty cool. But basically what it is, and I think, yeah, I do remember doing it. Yeah, chicken run. Do you remember the chicken run, Dantashin? If you're still here in chat. The chicken run is a quest you pick up in Mitchell Delving or Michael Delving, depending on how you want to pronounce it. I think it's Mitchell Delving, isn't it, Dantashin? But you pick up the quest and you basically take the role of a chicken. You basically are a chicken and you literally run from Mitchell Delving all the way to Rivendell. So you have to go through Bree, you have to make it through the Lone Lands, all the way through the Trollshaws, up through the Trollshaws and down into Rivendell. And it's back, like I said, back in the day, it used to be a really interesting I don't want to say major accomplishment, but it was a rare accomplishment, I should say, from being able to do that, because you have to really, you literally have to hit the morale of a chicken. Aiding the bridge builders. All right, so twist raging. Monsters in this mission will enrage at low morale, getting attack strength and attack speed. Okay. Defend the bridge builders of the Hadhodiant? Alright. Yes, better with an escort, that's true. I didn't have an escort when I did it. I think it was late one night back when we would play, like, 14 hours a day. When, of course, there was no such thing as Discord. I mean, Razor, the kind of the precursor to Discord when people would use Razor's chat and such. We used Ventrilo back in the day. Before that, that was when we played EverQuest. I think it was called Roger Wilco, was the chat, the online chat, like the early days of online chat. I think, well, they haven't spawned in yet. I think these are cave diggers, or cave crawlers, one of the two. They have not spawned in yet. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to remember how also to turn off like the world chat and the OOC chat and everything down here as well. And our mobs have not spawned in yet. Oh, what? This is a different one. It says take your post on the bridge. Okay. Defend the bridge builders. We have 5 minutes. Do not leave the bridge unguarded. Do not allow the bridge workers to be defeated. Okay. We'll hit our tab, which will automatically target something if it pops up here. The good thing is they got 100 and some thousand hit points, which is great. The wonderful thing too about Lord of the Rings Online, oh shoot, that's a little bit bigger Drake. I can hear wings somewhere. I think I'll wait and talk about the cool things about playing with friends and stuff after this situation is taken care of. Oof. Oh, there's another one down there. Let's go ahead and take our duty bound. Oh, nope. Let's take our strength and morale. Get a little healing back. Pop up some duty bound. Get some power back. Now, I will say this. I played a few months back with this, doing these quests, and all of these quests are different than they were the last time I played, which is really, really cool, actually. The fact that they're not the same dailies all the time. Just about 40 seconds left. Where's he going to appear? There we go. Pull that aggro. Baruch Kazad. All right. I think I'm remembering something a little different now. Because there are 2 spots where you can pick up these daily quests, which today we're probably just going to do this area, and then maybe next week we will do the other area. We might not be able to even get through all of these today. The Fluttering Fires. Twist reinforcements on this when monsters in this mission will attempt to summon allies to the fight. Upon the dwarf ruins of Zarkul Saloon, bats have descended into the torrent spires in the darkness of the night. Missions remove the bats who have descended upon Zarkul Saloon. Alright. But as I was mentioning about Lord of the Rings Online, the cool thing about it is there's a lot more social exploration in the game than most MMOs. And you can play, as I mentioned last week, solo all the way up to maximum level. You can play with your friends all the way up to maximum level. You can get to mid-level and just, play and have fun. They have music is part of the game as well. Your characters can learn instruments. There are literally actual bands in Lord of the Rings Online that literally perform shows. Literally, I don't think I'm using that properly. Actually perform shows in game. They have concerts that they put on different servers. Let's see here. Burn bushes to clear bats. Pick up a torch and burn the bushes. Oh. Pick up a torch and burn some bushes. Oh, stun me. I wonder if I have any fire oil on myself. So I probably could use fire oil instead of torch. And I did just notice that this mission is actually orange to me, which is, as I mentioned last week, a few levels above my pay grade. We're actually going to check our inventory here in a second, see if we have any fire oil, and see if that fire oil will help us against these dead bushes, or yeah, these dead bush. We do have some fire oil. Let's pop that on our weapon. See if that helps any. Nope. Ugh, we have to have the torch. Ugh. Drop the torch, there we go. Reinforcements all over for these stupid bats. Alright, so we're going to have to find another torch because that torch is not going to last all the way to that bush, I don't believe. so many of these potions. It's insane how many we have. So we've only got 4 of the 12 we need. Wow. So there's got to be another torch up there. Looks like there's some torchlight up ahead, or some campfire light up ahead. So let's see if this last torch will get up to at least this bush over here. Looks like there's some more up top as well. The Lonely Mountain Band on Landerval, yep. Which is impressive once the Lonely Mountain expansion came out. To have watched the Lonely Mountain Band on Lonely Mountain. Doesn't seem like bats come out of every one of them, so let's see if there's anything else up ahead. That's some rocks. So might have to go up there. Nope, doesn't look like there's any more dead bushes. If I miss one, make sure to let me know. Now that is when you know that you're a true gaming nerd. When someone says, "You played in a band before?" "Yeah, man, I played in a band." "What'd you play?" "Oh, I played lute for a band on the Landerval server." Hey, I take it. Even though it's MIDI music, it's still pretty tough to play. Oh, I forgot about that. When you stun things that fly, it drops them to the ground. I completely forgot about that. He's a bit far away, huh? He's not. Alright, so there's a torch. Let's go through before we hit all these dead bushes, because we have, it looks like 7 more. We'll double check to make sure where they're all at. Clear out as many of the mobs around here as we can. So there's 4 more right here. So there's got to be 3 more. Must be up top maybe. There's another torch there. Look at this massive fortress. It's insane. So there's 4. Must be 3 more over here. There's 5, 6. Probably another one around the corner. For example, in some of the hunter's abilities, they will give you focus, and some of them cost focus to use. Just a few more. Now we might have an ad or two that pops up from the ones that are when they summon the reinforcements when we burn the bushes. But we'll just have to deal with them when they come to us. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3. Those were the 3 we needed. So we really don't have to go back. Well, we probably should because there's some right by the last bush. Might as well clear them out when we're here. It's XP. Alright. That should be enough to get these final 7. So let's grab some. Actually, there's some torches right here. Let's go ahead and grab them and start burning stuff. Oh! Can't remember how to put the torch down. Just outrun them until we get rid of the torch. There we go, just click on it. Try that. That might work. That would be helpful. Alright, so just the 4 more. So we do have to get the one around the corner. Nope, they're right there, okay. Two more. Huh, I thought we had them all right here. Maybe I was incorrect. Guess we do have this last one around the corner. All right. There's the scout to take us back. Travel now. Fluttering fires. Showing these as just white quests, which are on level. Orange or yellow is a little bit above orange, then red, then purple. But then when we're in there, it's actually showing it as an orange quest. That's interesting. Alright, deep in Worm's Graph. The remains of Skata's brood makes their den. Infiltrate the Clutch Hollow and defeat Ascond, matron of the hatchery. Ooh, that sounds like a fun. Path down. Ooh. Fireworms everywhere. Fire whelps, fireworm hatchlings. Oh my goodness. Well, let's before we do, let's get rid of our fire oil, which is not going to do anything. Let's change it to light oil. Maybe that might help us out a little bit. Step out of the fire. Fireworm over there. There she is. There's Mother. Let's take these out back behind us so we don't have any add-ons coming at us. We're going to have to figure out how we're going to deal with all of the... Well, it's not too bad. We might be able to get some without pulling all of them. That's probably going to pull one hatchling with it. Yep. Knock him out. Go ahead and hit him with the Heartseeker. Alright. We got two hatchlings there. It's probably going to pull both of those. Just going to be careful not to hit Big Mama. Alright. Fire goes down. We're going to drop a trap right here. We're going to pull her right through it. She might be out of range because we can't see her name, but no, she is not. Perfect. Light her up with a swift arrow, which will slow her movement. Triple shot. Hit her with a Heartseeker. Blood arrow. Game over. Well, Dauntation seems like I'm kind of starting to remember how to play this game. Watchtowers at the Goblin Gate. Uh-oh. Wonder if this has to do with trolls. Goblin Town. Oh, Goblin Town's been a long thorn in the side of the free peoples of Rovanian. Once again, a goblin horde surges inside. Destroy the watchtowers on the path to the Goblin Gates. Alright. Reinforcements. We gotta remember they might summon allies. Back into Goblin Town. I've been in Goblin Town in like a long time. So we can destroy the gates, or the towers, leading up to Goblin Gates. So there's probably a tower up there. I can oh. Now they're spawned in. Okay, now I can see them. Didn't listen to my own advice from earlier, which was to wait for the mobs to spawn in. A little foggy today. Up here in the Misty Mountains. Get over here where I can see him. Oops. tower over there, tower over here. Oh, sentry. Oh, sapper, no! Die, sapper, die! So the sentries will pop up, so we gotta be a little bit, well, maybe we could be more careful. Should be more careful. I'm wondering if they changed that, because yet again it's showing that the quest itself is orange, but when I get it, it shows that it's white, meaning on level. Interesting. Do we miss a tower back here, maybe? Let's double check, just in case. Does not appear so. And that's out of the quest area, so alright, continue on. That's 3 out of 10. Four and 5. Which is also why we need to be careful, because as you notice, we had a little thing appear above our head. That means we found a sentry sneaking about nearby. Let's put an arrow into his heart, so he does not summon more sappers. Some more watchtowers up there. There's a goblin lookout. Can we reach him from down here? Let's see if we can. Yep. Oh. Stop him from summoning another one. There we go. Alright, so we've got a couple more mobs up here. Can I reach him? Yep. Right through the bushes. Number 5. So we have a couple more across the way up over there. So we should be able to slide down the hill here. Take these guys out because they won't be able to get to us. Hopefully we don't bug them out, because sometimes they'll get a little thing above their head like question marks, which means that they're kind of can't do anything else. They don't know where to go. This one will go ahead and drop down, so it will come to us. Alright. So there's another tower there. So that'll be 6. So there must be some more up over here. 7 right there. Well, this will be 6. 7's back behind us. few bad guys in over here, but we don't need to take them all out. We just need to take out the one near the lookout. Sure, we're gonna have to take him out. Eight, 9, so we got the last one over on the other side. Excellent. Might be able to drop down right behind these guys here, not have to fight them, which is great. And the last one right up over there. Oh. Oh, sentry was nearby. Stun him. Light him up. Oh. And our last one right up here. Blood arrow. Alright, head back here to find our scout. Unless he ran up there to meet us. Oh. Which you very may well have. Let's check up here real quick before we run all the way back, because sometimes they'll spawn nearby. Looking for that golden ring. And nope, he's not up here, so he's probably back over there at the beginning. Okay. At least he didn't run all the way back to find out that he was actually back there. It wasn't too far to run back that way. And I would summon a horse or something of that nature for us to make this trip faster, but sometimes in these instances, it does not allow you to summon your horse. Or goat or boar or whatever your mount might be. Alright, any time. When we came in, it was up here. There was no rusty hill goats in our instance. So maybe he was back there. Let's do this. Let's put us at the entrance. There we go. That'll port us back, same as talking to the scout. There we go. All right, finish that one. And I think we might have enough time in the stream to do one more, which will complete all the quests for these dwarven gentlemen right here. And then next week we can pick up and do the ones for the other group of dwarves. These will probably be available as well. Maybe sometime during the week I might jump in before next weekend, before next Friday, and run the quests for the other dwarves, run these again, and then we'll have the other dwarves available for next week. And then perhaps if we want to continue playing Tyrannus, playing Lord of the Rings Online, we will go find out what's going on with Galadriel. But let's first off go with this well-fed and Wormsgraf. Great larder. Feeding ground for the young dragon kind of Arid Mithrin. Defeat many of the dragon kind dwelling in Skatha's larder. Alright, let's go do it. Defeat 12 dragon kind. Alright, let them spawn in. We've got one spawning in. Wormlings are considered dragon kind. Oops. Oof. Well, let's do this then. It's gonna be like 3 of them pulled. Well, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Get a barbed arrow on him, start him bleeding. Oh, got his fireworm brother coming with him. Might be a little overkill with a Heartseeker, but that's all good. And we just need one more. Let's check out this whelp by himself. There we go. Well, that was a lot of great reputation today. Finished now. So we've got, let's see here. Complete 11 of 15 missions for the week. It's a week. This is a weekly quest. Missions going to be completed across Middle Earth. And then we have on a continuing mission, which is complete 45 missions, which will get you extra stuff as well. And then, of course, we have the war effort, which is complete march on good to bad missions for the cause. And we've done it 3 times, and that was what the quest that Elof gives out. So we've done it 3 times so far, and next week we should be able to finish up 3 more quests and finish that off to finish that war effort mission. It is about 4 till. I'm not going to worry about going through. We've got a lot of inventory. Our inventory is actually almost full. We're definitely going to have to sell some things before next week to clear out the inventory, put some things back in the vault and things of that nature. I might even save some of it to put in the vault. I might just go sell a bunch of things off that we don't need and then walk through showing you how to use the vault and such, and then we can easily port back here without having to ride horses or anything like that to make it back. But that will, with all this wonderful dwarven army in front of us, that will bring us to the end of the stream today for the around the campfire. Again, I'm the Master of Dungeons. Thanks for tuning in. Our next stream will be on Sunday, this Sunday coming up at 7 p.m. Eastern, we will be doing part 2 of the first adventure from Keys of the Golden Vault. We'll have Dante Shen, Design Lizard, and Otter in with us, finishing those off. Next Sunday, we might have a new guest coming in that might actually, not necessarily a new guest, might be playing with us perhaps full time. We'll see before that happens. But if you didn't have a chance to catch us live today, obviously you might be watching on VOD or on YouTube. But if you can, come to the Twitch channel. If you're not a member of our Discord channel, you can get in the About channel, About section below here on Twitch. Twitch.tv/themasterofdungeons, and click on our Discord panel to join our Discord panel to get information about all of our upcoming streams. And that will bring us to a close today. Everyone, have a great weekend, and happy adventuring. We'll see you next time. Bye.